This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Lance. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. yards, the final tally.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Dobbins. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helped? Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. Watson, off play action. Onto a sea of defenders and intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Play action, now it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing his Lance on third down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. It launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On play action, Lance. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Off of play action, it's Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds
downs and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run here with Edwards. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The quick slant caught. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Edwards, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That's to his running back, Gainwell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Lance looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, New England. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Watson. Rager catches it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Gainwell. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 7. Off of play action, here's Lance. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On the handoff, Edwards. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lance, he'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Watson. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's Watson. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Falcons! CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. A late turnover, so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. From the 30 on second down, Lance looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having,
a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Connecting with Renfro. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. Lance and company going on 4th down. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Huh, interesting. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green